guys, showtime. Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, whoosh, get big. Alright. So we talked about, bodybuilding from, 1992 to 1998. And last one we touched on was when I was an Addy in 1998, right? Trick was the overall winner of that show. And was it 1.5% body fat on the calipers? No, on the calipers was 2.1%, 1.5% in the water tank. And I've been getting it done, consistently, weekly, right? Just dropping consistently about a percentage a week, okay? That ECA stack, ephedra, caffeine, and aspirin, okay? Bill Phillips reference guide, 1990, whenever he wrote it, okay? It's about that thick. It's like the Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding, but it was all subs, okay? Legal ones. And he also did the Bill Phillips reference guide, right? Got that about a year later, okay? And so, I just did that in Creighton. I got my ass kicked. I was 9th place out of 11, or 11th out of 13, something like that. But basically, I only beat 2 fucking people, okay? That's a big show, though. Sometimes you beat 1 or 2 guys that are really good. That was a long time ago. I don't know if they're good or not. But like that light heavy class, man, it's stacked. That's the one I was in. That's a small class for Emerald. 13 guys, 11. It's not very many. You're usually looking at 14 to 20, 21, somewhere in there. 16, it varies. 12, it's all over the place. But that's usually, the minimum is usually 12 to 14, and then, 14, 18, that's about average, and then 18 to 21's on the heavy side, okay, competitor-wise. But yeah, big stack classes every year in that class, pretty awesome. Heavyweights can get like that now too. Now we got the super heavies, so everybody's starting to get conditioned now. Back in the day, at certain times, sometimes the heavyweights would come in smooth, right? Then that went away, and the super heavies were smooth, and now that went away. So now everybody knows if you're a little guy, you're lightweight, bantamweight, you come in shredded. If you're middleweight, you come in shredded. Not light heavy, come in shredded. Heavyweight, you come in shredded. And if you're super heavyweight, you better come in fucking shredded if you want the overall, right? Because you win your class, great. If you're a smooth super heavyweight that you win your class, you ain't winning the overall, right? Fair enough. So, anyways, I came in peeled, man, and I got my ass kicked. And the next year, I come in over 10 pounds heavier, right? Come in weighing like 186 instead of 185. I'd done some clenbuterol and some other things I can't remember what I was on. But I was like, all right, I'm on a little bit of gear now, okay? I'm going to be competitive, right? No disadvantage here. Everybody's got the same advantage. I'll tell you what, that first Emerald Cup, man, it was a shocker. You go back there and fucking, like military, right? Fucking yelling at you and get in line up, Some years are a lot more laid back than others, but I remember that year was really intense. Like real intense, like you cut the fucking tension with a knife, right? That was your, Turk came back there and people were slapped dicking around. There's too many people in the probably room. I don't know why there was that many people back there, right? I needed to be back there because fucking, I was about ready to go out, right? But there's a lot of people in there that had already gone. There's other people that had to wait yet, So that was what he was, upset about. And he took up the whole door. He's too big to even, he had to go sideways through the door. He was in a class of his own that year. But, so I get out there on stage 99. I can't remember who was the winner that year. Charmant, or if that was 98, that Charmant won, I can't remember. Yeah, that's right, because him and Turk were going at it overall. And hitting elbows and almost fighting. So, that was 98. I can't even remember. Now, Les Galloway was there. He was looking tough. Top 5, but he wasn't the winner. I don't remember who the winner was that year. Oh, well. So, bottom line, went in there. I don't know if it was Aaron Baker that was a guest poser, or if Aaron Baker was a guest poser in the 8. And, those years that kind of meshed together. And, it's sort of keep track sometimes. So, wish that was more eventful for you guys. And I'll talk a little bit more about the guest poses after I've gotten to like the year 2000 or 2001, because, there's, we had Gunther Surkamp one year, and Ronnie Coleman and Paul Dillette and all those guys. I already mentioned them the last time, and I just can't remember who was when. And so it gets muddled up there. Roland Kickinger was there one year, but again, 98, 99, 2000, fuck, I don't know. In there somewhere though. Alright guys, it's been showtime. Showtime Check Fitness over here. Size, growth, whoosh, get big. Alright, what was my placing? Just as bad as the year before. So the gear didn't help at all, okay? And so I keep saying the gear is like, it's a second to everything. If you know how to utilize the training, the diet, and everything else, then it will. And you come in just super dialed and peeled, great. At that point in time, I didn't quite have that last week of prep down just right yet, not for that level. Now, obviously, I figured it out, not for top amateur. So that was where I was kind of struggling, and I got that figured out later on in life. That was actually thanks to Roger Baker and stuff, because he was my prep coach when I started actually putting everything together a little bit better than when I was in a novice. You go, well, a little bit. What's the difference? It's a big difference between the freaking, first and last. Sometimes it doesn't be that big of a difference, because it's little things throughout the fucking prep for the 16 weeks, right? It's not just that last week that's all dialed in. It's the things leading up to that last week also. So if you do anything wrong, you're taking the wrong agents and the wrong this and that, and it don't help. You could hold water, you even take a diuretic, you still might fuck up and hold water, okay? You know exactly what you're doing, when, why, the whole 9 yards, right? Otherwise, the gear's gonna actually set you back. And that's when I came to a whole nother respect to that sport, when I was like, okay, now I know this is a lot of bullshit they talk about. Hey, all you gotta do is take drugs, you get huge, all you gotta do is take drugs, you win shows. Okay, great. So first place won. He took steroids. So poor second, third, fourth, and fifth place. Those guys they got ripped. Poor guys got ripped off, right? And you're gonna start seeing, now that we're getting a little bit more open, about this topic. People think you would never imagine that they're doing stuff. Come in and they'll say, I'm on this and that and the other thing. There's a guy in Guadalajara, Mexico one time. This guy, was it Guadalajara, or was it Tijuana or Ensenada? It was one of those three. I can't remember if I was in school at the time, or if I was just on a visit to see my fiance at the time. But this guy was in the gym. He's talking to me. He's asking me what kind of gear and this and that. And he told me he's taking like 2,000 to 5,000 milligrams a week. But he was taking it in one day. It's like, dude, fuck, it's like just drinking a bunch of beer. Yeah, boy, he's not gonna take all that in at once. So I suggest he spread it out, and maybe gonna take a break and come back to his receptors are fucking burned out, right? Dude didn't even look, it looked like he lifted weights because of the clothes he was wearing, and he was a little bit bigger than average, but he was maybe like those little tiny skinny guys on fucking Top Gun, Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer and those guys, when they took their shirts off and they were little, they were defined. That was this guy. And had super baggy bodybuilding clown pants that we used to wear back in those days, because his legs were so little. And I was like, wow, this guy's taking a lot of gear, and you can't even tell. If you had to put money on it, you would say he's clean, he's natural. And you might even think he was like a distance or cross-country runner or something. It's crazy. It's crazy that people think, because of the misinformation we get, do they work? They work, or people won't take them, right? Of course they fucking work. But is it fucking magic? There's no fucking magic pill. If you don't believe me, fucking go take stuff and don't do nothing. See how much your body changes. You might tighten up a little bit, right? You might feel like you lose a little bit of body fat, you might lose a little bit of energy, but you're fooling yourself. People don't think. You gotta get to the level you can possibly get, the highest level you can possibly get, clean, touch anything. Otherwise, you're gonna be disappointed with your results. I'm telling you, you're gonna be